Yes, welcome to the next topic, that is if else if statement. Already in the last class we have given an hint related to this if else statement. In this, it consists of several statement. Among that several statement, it will execute one statement. So that is called as multi-path decision. This if else if statement is also called as multi-path decision making statement. Multi-path, so it consists of a multiple way, right, among several conditions. Okay, so these kinds of things are very essential, right? So uh, for better understanding, this is also called as else if ladder. It is also called as else if ladder. What is a ladder? As you know, right? It is a if else if ladder. Okay, if else if ladder is also called as if else if statement. Now we will see, in the last class I have told about the week of a day. How many months we are having? 12 months. If I enter the month 1, then it has to print January, right? Your birth days also is there, right? Date. If I enter 1 to 30, according to that date, it has to display your day, right? These kinds of information is essential to construct these kinds of information of multi-path statements that we are using if else if statement, also called as else if ladder. Then we will see the syntax. Okay, then what is the syntax? If test condition, if this condition is true, this statement will execute and it will skips all the rest statement. Okay, if the condition is false, it will come once again here else followed by if gap is there, this statement will execute and it checks the condition. If this condition true, this will be executed and skips the rest statement. If suppose this statement is also false, it will come to the control here and this condition will check. If the condition is true, this statement will evaluate. And last, it ends with else keyword. If else if statement starts with if and ends with else. So it is an alternative of nested if else statement. Okay. Also it is called as multi-path decision statements and it is treated as an else if ladder. Okay, we will see some sample programs and here the explanation is the same as mentioned here. Now we will see this flowchart. Okay, if the condition is true block will be executed. If the condition is false, it will check for the another if else statement. If here the condition is true block will be executed. If it is false, it will enter into the another else if statement. Okay, if the condition is true block will be executed. If the condition is false statement will be executed. After entering that, it will come here. So it is the best example is of grading systems. So as we know, distinction, first class, second class, third class. Okay, right? How it is awarded? If your average marks, your percentage means average marks. Average marks greater than or equal to 70. Here it is a distinction. Average marks greater than or equal to 60. It is first class. Average marks greater than or equal to 50. It is second class. Else if average marks greater than or equal to 40, pass, else it is fail. Okay, please observe here. If I'm writing condition, if you have scored 85 percentage, then you are passed in distinction, it will skip this statement. Okay, in your results also it place these codes. So any software is giving your result based on this condition only. Okay, suppose if you have scored 65% greater than or equal to 60, then condition is true, it will print this statement and skips this statement. Suppose if you have scored 55, then it will be executed. Okay, suppose if you scored 51 or 52, then it will be evaluated. If you are not possessed, this means it will ends with an else block. Okay, so likewise this statement will be evaluated. So I will explain one simple program, this where we are going to be using, as we are using the electricity at home, right? We are getting electricity bill. To getting the electricity bill, we are using some condition. What is that condition? This is general condition, not as per your electricity bill. Okay, that electricity bill will be generating by using this condition. Okay, now let us see here. Write a program to take current reading and previous reading and print the electricity bill depending upon the following condition. What is the condition? Less than 50. Then per unit how much we have to charge? 1 rupee 50 paisa. Greater than or equal to 50 and less than 100 means till to 99. 50 to 99, year up to 49. Okay, up to 49 units how much I have to charge? 1 rupee 50 paisa. Up to 50 to 99 how much I have to charge? 2 rupees per unit. Okay, up to 100 to 199 how much I have to charge? 3 rupees per unit. If it is greater than or equal to 200, then per unit it is 4 rupees. Okay, but it is I am giving a general idea. As per not your electricity is not calculated, it is having some advanced calculation method, but it will give a little idea. Okay, so to calculate the electricity bill, how to calculate that electricity bill, what variables we required, please observe here. In the main function, okay, in the main function I am taking three variables. CR stands for current reading, PR stands for previous reading, NOU stands for number of unit. CR means current reading. So what is the current reading of your current meter? And PR previous reading, what is the previous reading it has run, right? If I remove current reading minus previous reading, I will get number of unit. Okay, for example, I have consumed the number of unit, current reading is 500 and previous reading is 300. How many unit I have consumed? Can anybody say? Yes, it is 300, right? 500 minus 200, it is 300, right? 500 minus 300, it is 200, right? Got it? Clear? Yes. So we will calculate like that, and I am placing the float as an amount we have to pay, right? So for the payment of that, I am taking it as a float. Now I am writing enter current reading and previous reading. Here it is taking like this. So for better understanding, I will copy because we have to run and to show it. Okay, I'm copying. What I have to do? Open the notepad, opened, and pasting. Okay, it is visible now. Okay, already my editor is there. Okay, yes. So we have to do modification. What is the modification we have to do? Hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, right? Next it should be a main function. Okay, afterwards you are entering into the block. Here int current reading, previous reading, NOU. CR stands for current reading, PR stands for previous reading, NOU stands for number of unit, and float amount. These are the variables we have to require. Okay, now I am writing one output statement. What is the output statement I am writing? Enter the current reading and previous reading. If you enter the current reading and previous reading, you can calculate the number of unit. Okay, so for that, how many values we have to read from the keyboard? 2 values. For that I am using the scanf, right? So scanf ampersand CR comma ampersand PR. Okay, so now I am processing. What I am processing? Processing number of unit. How to get the number of unit? Current reading minus previous reading. I will get number of unit. If number of unit less than 50, how much amount I have to charge per unit? 1 rupee 50 paise. So here also I am processing. Okay, yes, number of unit into 1 rupee 50 paisa. Else if, our condition is else if, right? It is not a right one. Greater than or equal to 50, we have to write like this, and this is logical and operator. So what is the purpose of logical and? To test more than one condition. It is one condition, it is one condition. To test more than one condition, then we are using logical and operator in your if else conditions. Okay, yes, if number of unit is greater than or equal to 50 and number of unit less than 100, then amount should be 2 rupees per unit. Okay, if number of unit greater than or equal to 100 and the number of unit less than or equal less than 200, then amount should be calculated as 3 rupees per unit. Otherwise number of unit into 4 rupees. Afterwards I am displaying amount. If you want to display your current reading, previous reading also, you can better to display it. Okay, so I'm printing. First I want to printf, right? Here print is there, please observe here. Printf current reading is equal to what I have to give the control string %d. So where it will stores in cr variable, right? Yes. And printf previous reading is equal to %d /n. Here also we have to use /n, otherwise result will come in one single line. Okay, we have to format here. And next printf I am using number of unit, that is number of unit consumed. Number of units consumed is equal to %d double quotation comma here NOU, number of unit in NOU, right? And next you are displaying the amount. Okay, here /n is compulsory and here is also /n is compulsory, right? Hope you are understanding this concept. What is our concept? Else if add. Before closing the program we have to save it. Okay, now to save here you are using, okay, you are using file, you are using a file, where to go? Save, sorry, cancel, file, save. Here you have to check for your C drive. Okay, you have to check whether it is in C drive or not. You have to confirm it, your turbo C3 bin, and you have to type the name of the file. What is our name of the file? Name of the file is build, right? Build.c. I'm saving. Okay, now I am opening my editor. Clear? Likewise, please observe here. If else if ends with else. Got it? Okay. So now I'm opening my editor. Is it our editor? Yes, I'm pressing the enter. Right. Now I'm opening. File, open. What is the name of the file? Build.c. Is it our program? I'm using the function key. Okay. Now here some mistake has happened because of wrong thing. Likewise we have to give less than, sorry, greater than or equal to, right? Greater than or equal to 50, greater than or equal to 100. Here also condition is greater than or equal to 200, greater than or equal to 200. I'm saving. Now I'm compiling. So I have to compile, I have to run. Okay, I have to enter. It is asking for enter current reading and previous reading. Whether it is visible? Yes, yes, whether it is visible? Yes. Okay, now I'm entering current reading. First it is 500 and previous reading it has 350. So how many unit I have consumed? 150 unit I have consumed. For 150 how much I am paying? 150 into 2.5, right? It is 450 for 3. 150 into 2.5, 2 rupees 50 paisa per unit. So it is calculating like this. Okay, now we will see how it will run. For execution, just I'm showing you how it process. It will come for the main function. It is asked for the variable output statement, enter reading, current reading and previous reading. We have to read that from the keyboard. So it is asking. So I'm entering it as a 350 current reading and previous reading is 275. Now how much unit I have consumed? 75 units, right? So here it comes and process. If 75 less than 50, false. It comes here. 75 greater than or equal to 50, yes. 75 less than 100, yes. Condition is true. 75 into 2, it will print 150 rupees. Directly it will print current reading, previous reading, number of unit and amount. Now get CH. Okay. Here, yes. Likewise, your statements are executing. Got it? Yes. Hope you understand this concept. Yes. Now I'm moving to my word. This is your first program. Also, you can do your second program. This is a 5 subject marks and also to calculate your division. Okay. I'm coming here. Let me come. I will copy first. If I copy, it is better. I'm taking file new and I'm pasting. Now let us see what is our program. Okay, so this is our program. Write a program to read 5 subject marks and also do the following condition by using logical operators. Your percentage is greater than or equal to 60, it has to be print in first division. Percentage is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 60, it is the second division. Percentage is greater than 40 and less than 50, it is third division. If percentage is less than 40, then it is failed. So for this we are writing the code. Okay, hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, and afterwards main function. Till now it is common factor. So how to get the percentage? To read the 5 subject marks, and what you have to do here, it is not asked for any total or any things. Directly we are processing. Okay, for processing we have to take 5 subjects. Okay, I'm declaring 5 subject variable m1, m2, m3, m4, m5. We have to need one more variable is percentage, right? I'm defining it to percentage as float par. Afterwards I'm using clear screen, clr scl, right? Now I'm writing one output statement. What is an output statement? Enter 5 subject marks. What I'm writing? Enter 5 subject marks. So you can try these kinds of programs, these kinds of sample programs you can try at home. You just go through it, you just think of it, what kind of a program I can get on these conditions, you can develop it. Okay, now we have to read 5 subject marks. I'm reading 5 subject marks. For that I'm using the scanf. Okay, in the scanf I'm using 5 percentiles. Okay, percentile d 3 4 5, and I'm reading m1 value, m2 value, m3 value, m4 value and m5 value. Directly now I'm processing. Here it is not asked for the total. If you want to process the total also you can get it. Okay, you can define the variable. If you define the variable we can do it in the total and percentage. I'm doing it as a total. Okay, here I'm removing this statement for better understanding. So first what you are processing? Total marks. Now you have to calculate the average. How to calculate the average? Average is equal to, sorry, percentage is equal to, we are taking our variable is percentage, right? Percentage is equal to, sorry, tot by number of subject. How many subject exist? 5, right? 5, simple. Okay, now if I'm writing the condition, if percentage greater than or equal to 50, then what it is? You have passed in first division. Now else if I'm writing else if percentage greater than or equal to 50 and percentage less than 60. Percentage greater than or equal to 50, logical AND. Okay, I don't want to explain, you have to give more attention to this. If percentage greater than or equal to 50, percentage less than 60, then you are displaying it as a printf as second division. Okay, okay, now you are writing else if percentage greater than or equal to 40 and percentage less than 50, then which division it is? Third division. Okay, yes, okay, now else it is fail. Okay, else it is fail. Clear? So afterwards if you want to display the values also, it will only give the result as first division, second division, third division. If I want to give subject 1 marks, subject 2 marks, subject 3 marks, If you want to do that, I'm writing the printf statement. Printf, okay, within here marks1 is equal to percentage, within one printf I am doing that /n. Okay, I'm giving m2 is equal to %d/n. This is marks1 value, marks2 value, marks3 value also, %d/n. Within one single statement I'm doing m4 is equal to %d/n, m5 is equal to %d/n. Next, which one is there? Total, right? Total is equal to %d/n. I'm displaying. I want to know this value. Afterwards, I'm giving double quotation comma. Now, where the values exist, m1 comma m2 comma m3 comma m4 comma m5 comma total, right? That's all. Semicolon. One more printf statement is exist, that is percentage. Percentage is equal to %f. Why it is %f? Because it is floating point value. It is per. Okay. So here the program is ending. What we have to do? We have to type get ch. Okay. Yes. Hope you understand this concept. How to construct this nested if else? You are very familiar, right? Now I am opening, save, taking it as a lens. So for your understanding purpose only, file, I'm saving. While saving, it is giving like this. Okay. We take full screen. Okay. Now with C drive, what you are doing? Turbo C3, in Turbo C3 bin folder, and which program it is? %.c I'm saving. Clear? Yes. Now I am opening my editor. Already I am minimized. Okay. Yes. I am pressing Alt Enter. This is my program editor, right? First of all, I am closing all my window. After closing my window, I am opening my file. What is the name of the file? Percent, right? %.c. Clear? I am pressing the F5 key. This is my program. It is visible, right? Okay. Now I am compiling. One error is exist. What is that? Undefined symbol m. That means m5. I am saving. Once again compiling and running. If I enter, it asks for the marks 5 subject. Enter the marks 5 subject. 5 subject marks we have to enter. I'm entering 55, 65, 75, 85, okay, 34. So it is a showing first division. You have passed. Even you are failed, we have not write the condition. Please observe here. Even if you are fail, but it is showing as you have passed in first division. Got it? Why? Because we have not tested whether average marks is greater than or equal to 35. Okay, got it? We are calculating only on percentage. First, what I have to check? I have to check for all subject marks also. If I check that subject marks greater than or equal to 35, then it will give exact result. Okay, here not I am checking with the subject marks. I am only checking with percentage. Okay, if I want to do that exact, we have to make a little modification. No problem, you try it. Okay, here we have not done, you just try it. Okay, clear? Yes, that's it. So that is your program related to else if ladder. And here one program is exist. I will explain this because this is required for the next concept. So this is else if ladder. To print a number, write a program to accept a number and display its equivalent week at the given number. If I enter 1, it should be displayed Sunday. If it is 2, it should be Monday, and so on, right? This is our program we have to do by using .h include on your .h. Next void main. Now we have defined the variables. We have to read only one variable, right? If I enter number 1, it has to display so and so, right? For that I am defining int n, afterwards clear screen. Next I am writing one output statement stating that enter a number between 1 to 7. Okay, now I have to read that value from the keyboard. I am writing the scanf. Okay, now if I am writing the condition, if else condition, if n equal to 1, what it has to display? It has to display Sunday. If else if n equal to 2, then it has to display Monday. Okay, else if n equal to 3, it has to display Tuesday. Okay, else if n equal to 4, it is Wednesday. Else if n equal to 5, it is Thursday. Okay, else if n is equal to 6, it is Friday. Else if n equal to 7, it is Saturday. Else if statement else ends with else, right? Wrong day. Yes, I'm giving the get ch. Now I'm saving my file. Okay, I'm going file, save, and C drive where turbo C3 or turbo C4, it is as per your requirement. Week, right? Weekdays, right? Week dot C I'm giving. Yes, I saved, and already I have opened our editor. I'm pressing Alt Enter. It is giving in full screen. Now I have to open my file. What is the name of the file? Week.c. Okay, I'm pressing function key, Alt F9 and Control F9. It is asking enter the number between 1 to 7. If I give 6, what it will happen? It will print Friday. But here you should know how it is running. It checks from sequential fashion only. Okay, even if it is the 6, directly we have entered 6, it doesn't matches the 6th else if block. It checks for the, I'm entering once again 7. Okay, when it checks from first to last. Okay, we have 7, it is a false, it is also false, it is also false, it is also false, it is also false, it is true, right? If it is true, it is displaying clear and directly displaying. Okay, suppose if I enter once again, I'm running, if I enter 13, even though it comes from first to end itself only. If I enter 15, other 15 is exist, no, wrong day. So likewise you can enter this kind of programs you can develop. I have done for weekdays, you can do for, if you enter 1 to 12 months, if I enter 1, it has to display January. If you enter 2, February, and so on. Okay, if you enter 1, it has to be date of so and so, right? You just go through your calendar, and based on according to the calendar you just prepare certain programs. Okay, yes. So this is the program relevant to nested if else statements. Okay, now we are moving to the switch case statement. Next our concept is switch case statement. Switch case statement is also multi-way decision making statements, which means it is an alternative of if else if statement. Okay, why it is called as an alternative of if else if statement? Because it consists of several alternatives. Among that several alternatives, it will pick one choice only. For example, you are having 10 rupees at your pocket and you went for a hotel. Okay, so or a hotel or a shop, you have to purchase some snacks. Okay, for 10 rupees you can only purchase one snack, right? Among the several snacks appear in your shop, but you can only pick one item. Suppose if you are having 1 crore, then what you will do, you can pick n number of items. Got it? Clear? You are understanding this concept, right? Okay, if you are having limited amount, then what you are doing, you can pick only one item. If you are having multiple amount, then what you are doing, you can pick multiple item. But in switch case, among the several items, what you are doing, you are picking one item. Okay, so in the previous else if statement, it checks the condition from top to bottom. Even if it is a day is a Saturday, it checks from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, likewise it will come. Okay, now here what happens, if I write the same program in switch case statement, whatever the case value is matching, directly control will move to the conditions. Okay, now let us see what is the switch case statement. Not a switch statement, it is a switch case statement. Okay, you can mention it as a switch case statement for better purpose. Yes, now let us see the syntax. This syntax is very important. Switch case statement, it consists of switch keyword followed by variable name. Here the variable name is a one of a condition. Based on this variable name, it will matches case followed by value. Suppose if I give 1 v1, it matches the v1. It should be ends with a semicolon. It is not supposed to give the space. Here I have given the space. Okay, so this matched statement will execute. This block statement will be execute. After the execution, that we have to compulsory mention the break statement. So if you give the break keyword, it skips the rest statements and it will come out of the control. So the out of the block, this is the block, right? It will come entirely out of the block, and rest which statement is exist, it will be evaluated. So every switch case statements ends with a default statement. If it is not matched anything, then what happens, default statement will execute. After the default also you have to give compulsory break statement. Okay, every case value switch is having values, whatever the values is matching, that matched value will be executed. After that compulsory it consists of a break statement. Okay, now we will see flowchart of this switch case variable for match. Suppose if I give v1, v1 will be execute, and after that it will terminate. Whatever the rest statement is exist, it will be evaluated. Suppose if I enter variable v2, this will be skipped, this all will be skipped, this statement will be directly control come here and comes here. It doesn't goes here to here. Okay, it directly come to here. Okay, in the previous if else if statement, it comes here. If it is not, then it moves here. If it is not, it moves here. If it is not, moves here. Got it? Yes, likewise it will be evaluated. Now let us see, I am using month. I have to enter the month value. If I enter the month value as 1, here this much of semicolon space is not there, it should not be with us space. Okay, like this it will be evaluated. It will print January. Afterwards immediately we are giving the break. If you use the break, immediately control will move out of from this statement. Okay, and case 2 you are writing February and break. Case 5 May break. Case 10 October break. Okay, likewise you can develop your program. We will see some sample program related to this. So here already it is there. We have to enter 0 to 6 number. Afterwards we have to explain. Okay, I'm copying this program for understanding purpose. I will explain here. Okay, yes, I'm opening my notepad, I'm taking new file, I'm testing. Yes, some wrong is there. Please understand this concept very carefully. What is the program aim? You have to display the day of a week by using switch case statement. You have to enter a day. On that day 0 to 6 we are taking. Okay, yes, for this I'm doing hash include stdio.h. hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, and void main function, sorry, next void main function, and next we have defined the variable. Now it is a clear screen. Okay, now I'm writing one output statement. What is that output statement? Enter a number between number from 0 to 6. Okay, you have to read it from scanf. Please observe whether it is a correct answer, correct statement. No, scanf spelling is mistake, right? SCANF, scanf, percentage D, percentage D, and percentage. Now switch n. Now I am giving here. Please observe here it is a wrong. When we will do like this, if it is a character, whether 0 is a character or digit, right? For this you have to give 0 semicolon and 1 semicolon. Okay, compulsory, sorry, colon, not as a semicolon, it is a colon. Okay, Sunday and Sunday, and here it comes as a Monday and Monday. Okay, so when we have to use a single quote, what is a single quote means? Character. What is a character? A letter or a digit or a special symbol enclosed in quotation. But why I am not mentioning here? Because it is an integer. Okay, did you understand? If I mention here, it is treated as a character. Whether it is a character variable? No, it is an integer value, right? 2 is a integer value, and like this. Okay, afterwards Tuesday. I'm writing like this: case 1, case 0, case 1, case 2, break, and I'm coming here case 3. It is always better to write within a one statement, case 3, and it is Wednesday, and you can write it for case 4, that is Thursday, right? Case 4, Thursday, and break, and case 5, okay, break, it is Friday, break, and it is Saturday, break. Okay, now you just see, is there anything after this break? Switch block, nothing is there, right? I'm writing one output statement. After that, printf control ends, control ended. Okay, just for understanding purpose. Okay, yes, afterwards I'm giving get ch. Okay, now what we have done, by using the switch case statement, you have to read the value. According to the value, what it will happens, it will matches the cases. For example, if I write the 5, directly control moves to the case 5. Okay, whether it is a true, false, right? It should not be in a double quotation. If you give in the double quotation, what happens? String, and it is not a string variable. I'm saving. This is a switch one, right? I'm giving switch dot which one dot c, whether it is visible. Please observe here, it is visible, right? Okay, save. Okay, yes, now I'm opening my editor, I'm pressing full screen, and I'm opening my file. What is the name of the file? Switch switch1.c file. Yes, this is our program, right? Clear? I'm compiling. I will show you. I'm running. I have to enter 6. I'm giving Saturday, control ended. Why it is coming within a single line? Here the new line is not there, so that is why your result is displaying within a line. Okay, I'm giving slash n, F2, Alt F9, control F9. Okay, for example, if I enter 9089, control ended. Whether is there any default statement here? we have to see here. Okay, we have not mentioned, but as we know, we have said every switch case statement ends with default if you have provided only. If you have not provided, it won't works. Wrong day. Okay, semicolon break. I modified, right? I'm saving, compiling. One error. Let me check. Misplaced break. Why? Yes. Please observe here. If you observe here, it is there here. Okay, afterwards we have to close it. Okay, now save. Yes, alt F9, control F9. Suppose if I enter 44, if I enter, it will give wrong day, control ended. Okay, here. Yes, so now let me check whenever I am running this program how the control move directly. Okay, I'm pressing the F7 key, F7. It is asking for enter a number 0 to 6. I am giving it as a 6. Okay, enter, and I am pressing F7. Whenever I'm pressing the 7, now it matches the switch of 7. Sorry, switch of 6, right? 6 equal to 6. It matches the condition like 6 equal to 6. What happens? Sorry. It is our program, right? It comes here directly. Please observe here, it is not coming case 1, case 2, case 3. It directly comes. So in the case of a nested if else ladder, else if ladder, if I give the 6 also, it comes from the starting only. Then sometimes it may becomes time consuming. Okay, clear? Now it control ends. Clear? So then what is the usage of a break? Break statement is used to terminate the control. Suppose if I remove this break, what happens? You just observe here. I am not removing. I will place this in a comment line. Okay. What is the comment? Non-executable statements, right? If I place like this, what will happen? You just observe here. So what happens? Every statement will be evaluated. Okay. If I am not place the break, it will evaluate every statements. Let me check whether it will true or false. Okay. Yes, I'm pressing F2, I'm compiling, running, and I'm giving 1, I'm pressing enter. Wrong day, A1, right? Alt F9, control F9, I'm pressing 1. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it is getting as a everything, right? So you understand why we are placing the break. After execution of that statement, it does not go for the further blocks. For that, to termination, we are using the break statement. Okay, yes. And now you understand this concept of this program also. We are moving to another program. Okay, what is that another program? We'll see in short. Okay, this is our program. Yes, hope you understand this concept. Yes, let me see another programs in our book. This is the program where we have defined, for example, we want to process arithmetic operations, simple arithmetical operations. Okay, I'm copying this. I'm opening my notepad, file, new, pasting. Now check here. Write a program to print. Actually, to person, not to print a simple arithmetics. Okay, using switch case. Right. For this, what I'm doing, please observe here. Hash include stdio.h. We have tried it. Hash include only.h is right. And next void main next int a comma b comma c is required. So we have to perform addition of two number, subtraction of two number, multiplication of two number according to our choice. It is just like as a simple calculator. Okay, so to do that, we have to define abc variable as well as character operator variable. Okay, here op I am defining it as a character variable. Okay, now I am writing one output statement, enter ab value. It is a simple arithmetic. Okay, not as a complex, and slash n. Now we are reading two values from the keyboard and you are storing in a value as well as b value. Also you have to specify your operator. If you are having a calculator, then you will see it. Okay, if you press the plus, it will process the plus operation. So to read that character, I am using %c. What is %c is for? %c is for to read the character. Here ampersand is not necessary to read operator. Sorry, for character variable. Okay. Now I am return switch operator. So if I pass the plus, it has to match plus. Okay. According to the match, we have to develop the program. So this operator is character right. For character, what I am doing, for matching purpose, I am specifying if I enter the plus, it has to be matched with plus. So it is a character right. So that is why I have mentioned within a single quote. I have mentioned within a single quote. Okay, that should be with semicolon. And now processing. If I enter the plus, it will do c is equal to a plus b. Already you have read two numbers and it will process. And result will be stored. And you are displaying the c value. Okay. Clear? Yes. For example, if I enter minus, it has to match minus. For that, it has to process subtraction. Okay. So then once again you are displaying that. Okay. If it is multiplication, that is a star. Star means here multiplication. Right. It has to process and it has to display the result. If it is a case by, then your division, then you are getting the quotient value. The quotient value will be displayed afterwards break. If you have entered the percentile, then it is modulo, remainder value will get and break. Afterwards you are specifying the default. Other than this, if you have entered, then it is a wrong operator. Okay, wrong operator you have placed. Try to place right operator. Clear? So here it comes the end. I'm closing it with getch. Hope you have understand in case why I have mentioned this is in a character, right? What I have to enter? Character. So character should be match. If it is a number, if I want to enter, then it should not be, it should be a number. In that number should not be in single quote. Okay. Yes. Hope you have understand this concept, right? Now I'm saving this. While saving, let me take some bigger size. You have to know I'm saving file where I'm saving, right? Now what is this? Simple dot c I'm saving. Okay. Now I'm reducing, I'm opening my editor and I'm pressing alt enter and open my file. What is my name of a file? Simple.c. Is it my file? Yes. So if you have seen here, still it is having an error. Why? Let me check. Okay, single quotation. Maybe this single quotation is also wrong, I think so. Let me place this single quotation. Okay, I will do here only and let me save once again. Okay, please observe single quotation. How to place a single quotation? Like this. If you type it in Word, it will come one format. In Word, it will come one format. Okay, so this is the exact format for coding. So that is why we have to use the same format. I'm going and I'm saving and I'm opening my editor and I'm pressing enter. First, let me close all and I'm opening file simple.c. Whether it is true now? Yes, I'm pressing right. It is rectified, right? I'm compiling alt F9. Two errors are exist. What is this? Double quotation has missed. Please observe the error. What is an error? Unterminated string or character constant or function call missing. It means here a double quotation has missed. Okay, this double quotation has missed. Alt F9, Control F9. Now it is asking for AB value. I'm entering 10 and 20. Afterwards it will ask for enter the operator. It is showing us wrong operator as placed. Okay. Yes. Why it is happening? Here it is for character. Let me take ampersand OP. Okay, and after the declaration of variables, what we have to do? Clear screen, right? And save it, compile it, run it. Now check it. It is asking for two numbers, 12, 34. Enter the operator. Operator is not acceptable. Why? Scanf, scanf, scanf. Ampersand OP. OP is right. Let me check F7. It will come for here ampersand T, ampersand T, D. Enter 12, 2. Here it is coming. It asks for F7. Scanf. Why it is not asking? Enter operator. Directly it is coming. So let me check. Scanf or else, and scan operator, right? Ampersand OP. It is an OP, right? If I remove this also, it is not come. For this ampersand OP, let me save %LC ampersand OP. Alt F9, Control F9. 23, 34. Enter operator, but it is not allowing to enter. Why? For these kinds of a program, what we have to do? Okay, it does not work. I will go for unformatted. Okay, get char. What is the purpose of get char? To read a character from a keyboard. Okay, I'm pressing and I'm compiling and I'm running. Now let me check. 23, 4 is also giving an error. Why? Let me check. F7, 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 3, 4. F7, F7, 2, 4, F7, hit care. So it doesn't display, right? For that, let me make get ch. Get care. Get care is important. 2, 3, enter operator. Yes. Here it is waiting. Please observe here. Get care. It doesn't wait for a operator to enter. Right now I am entering the plus symbol. If I enter the plus, it doesn't display, right? Already it has taken the plus symbol. I have entered the plus, it is not displaying. Okay, according to the plus, 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, so get char, get che. We make get che. I am saving. Alt F9, Control F9. 2, 3, operator. It is waiting for operator. I am entering the plus. If I enter the plus, it is showing, right? Here c is equal to 5. Here, yes, likewise it will display. For example, once again I'm running. I'm entering 2, 3, enter operator. I'm entering minus. It will give -1. Got it? If I enter the operator minus, it immediately showing. See, immediately it is showing. So that is the power of your computer. Okay, so hope you have understand this concept. We will continue with another class. Thank you. Okay.